Ooh, the Spectre.
I almost feel like this could be a JX hero. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a JX Tiny.
That makes sense to me.
But, you know, they still have options here, of course, depending on what Infamous got. All right, is it TA? Has it all come to fruition?
I think they just take a safe lane here and put Venom mid. Like, he doesn't do that bad against Invoker, I don't think.
But what's the point? I mean, they need some, like, super hard carry at this point. I mean, that's why they banned Spectre, I guess.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Against a Slark. I mean, Void definitely comes to mind here.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have... They have the single target save of the Oracle.
They done it!
They done it. So we've been waiting.
Yes.
For these core Pudges. And we were hoping for the safe lane Pudge.
Yes.
But, yeah, we'll see. See exactly where this one goes.
Oh, baby. It's JRX Invoker.
Hype. Very hype. I love this. So we were talking about it earlier. The build-up for support Invoker is so much fun. Like, I think, if you guys have never played Invoker, I do think you watch some support Invoker games. I think it's a good way to learn the hero.
Yes.
Because first off, you have to cast less spells, which is great, right? And it's pretty clear cut. The build's super easy. It's very one-dimensional. Like, sure, there's some adjustments from game to game, but the build's just so solid where you basically just go Bassy, maybe get some Fairy Fire, some Tangos and stuff. You break it down, you get a medallion, you get an urn, and that's pretty self-explanatory, right? You go around, you get kills, you build up, you cold snap, you earn.
Well, and
It's fun as heck.
I really want to, like, sort of, not harp, but I want to talk a lot about those two picks in particular, the Invoker and the Pudge, because I think that there's a lot of people that tune into TI, they don't watch a ton of pro games, they definitely don't watch a ton of, like, pubs, which is the main place that we've been seeing this blow up. So tell me about this idea of, you talked a little bit about the Invoker, tell me a little bit about the Pudge. The Pudge mid is what we're going to be seeing
I got
here.
some more issues with the Pudge.
Okay.
Especially the safe lane Pudge. The mid Pudge I'm a little more okay with. Pudge has ridiculous base damage early. So he starts with a really hard right click in the laning stage, especially like if you want to add a Quelling Blade, but oftentimes you don't even have to, which means that he can get a lot of denies. He can make it really hard for you to farm there. And then, of course, he just secures a lot of last hits for himself, which equals early gold and early levels. And you're essentially like an anti-carry. Like, sure, you're not the hardest scaling guy yourself, but you're going to be shutting down someone else just by being in their vicinity this whole time. And look at that beautiful persona.
He's terrifying. Also, why does he just have the one tuft of hair sticking out? That weirds me out.
Tough.
Yeah.
I don't think those numbers... Oh, actually, that might be correct.
That's a lot of games at Dota.
That's those pro players, man.
That's a player. And Schofield's been around for so long.
Yes.
It's crazy. So yeah, so those are the two things that I think are probably the most crazy in this game is going to be the Pudge mid. He is starting with a Quelling Blade, so I'm going to try and fight against the voice of Kyle yelling through. But 24 melee damage, you're up to, what is this now, 96 as a base against the Tiny, who granted does have the tree throw.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a help with the branch, or now the sword with the prestige item back online. But we'll see how well that mid Pudge works out.
I would say you're just really happy that you're not laning against it if you're Slark. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Oh, Stinger. Interesting build on the Disrupt here. The quad Mango.
Interesting.
I mean, I love spamming some Thunderstrike, no doubt about that. I kind of like the... got him! Jerax, the strats, tosses up the balloon, finds somebody.
Likes what he's seeing.
Oh, you see these pings, though? Chris Luck's pinging, he's like, I think they might have a ward there. I don't know.
Beats the balloon back away. Seb, oh, does he take the E? Skewer somebody? No.
Yeah, try and go for the cliff. I mean, that is worth if you can hit it.
Oh, Infamous. Looking like they're going to pick up 3 here. Did take a lot of harassment, and Ana's going to make the full rotation down bottom. Schofield, he took Bash first. He's dead. Schofield's done.
Yeah, he's dead. Ooh, no tail gets the kill, though. Oops. No, it's fine. Not a big deal at all.
Get a Permiagi for Ana. Do you like that?
That's a nice first bloodline.
Yeah.
That's quite the strat from Whisper here, guys, by the way. You see this?
Yeah.
So he suicided to body block it under the tower to guarantee push the wave. That's wild.
He also was able to deny 2 last hits because of that.
Well, the funny thing is that he has Curse of Avernus, though.
Yeah.
So, like, he didn't even have the... Because, like, if you had miscoil, you could just deny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to do it the other way around, and it hadn't been 30 seconds.
So did he... Why does he have Curse of Avernus?
Well, he's core, right? So I guess that his thought is, like, he doesn't want to have to deny himself as a core. Yeah, it's a little different.
I guess they were probably just trading before we were watching,
That's
assume,
probably the
'cause I was
biggest thing.
Top, yeah. I'm sure that's why.
Is it dispellable as well? It is. So if
Yeah.
you time it right with Ana, you won't get hurt by that silence at all. That part's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's pretty awful versus Slark and Oracle.
Yeah. You can even do like the precast thing of your Q on yourself with the
Yeah,
fate,
that's very true.
Fortune's End rather. Well, so far so good.
Oh, the Tornado Skewer.
Oh.
That's brutal. Yeah, you're probably dead. He bought out. He's like,
Man.
yeah, I think I'm gone, guys. But
Dude.
all right.
So again, everybody, this is support Invoker.
Look, you guys could have done that.
Yeah.
Just throw a Tornado, cold snap him, boom, easy.
And then if you don't get the skewer back, flame your mag.
Yeah, then not on you.
So last hits in the mid lane, 6 and 5 versus the 7 and 4. So a lot of denies coming out from both of these players. But the nice part about this now is gonna try and go for the rot play. Tops in, gets 1 tower shot onto him, but you get the 6 health regen, just base with the passive. Dude, he did it. No Tail did it. You
Oh
see
yeah,
that?
he did the self-cast
Yeah.
timing. Yeah.
That's sick. And Ana does have another round, as they will have another Fortune's End in a second. Although they
got
get the
him, though.
silence, he's in trouble. He just goes down.
And he gets the kill first. Okay.
Well, that works. I think that was just the added attack speed you get from it. They weren't quite there and ready in time. So pretty nice little play there. Cold snap again, onto Hector. Pull back in this man. Stinger has to play interrupt, and oh, they're actually going to stick onto him now with the little kinetic field laid down.
There's a lot of spam in this lane, though. Disruptor and Venomancer. It's like constant poison. The first couple levels for Venomancer are just awful, though. You feel so useless.
Yeah. Going for the 2-up and Sting. At least there isn't a spell in this lane that they really have to worry about at all.
That is true. They did get that matchup. Jarek's taking a lot of damage up top here, too. Trying to get some mana back. Oh. Stinger. He's got the booties. Don't do it. Oh, you're crazy.
It's danger. Oh, the lift up is coming. Seb pulls him back in. And the skewer, the punch, gets the kill, although it might come at a cost. Jarex,
No, he
poison
has the
sting.
stick.
Yeah, it keeps him alive. Such value. Oh, in the meantime, able to find the hook back onto Topson there, who did bottle up the invis run.
Come on, give him the high five. Aww. That's so mean.
In the meantime, Oracle down bottom does go down here.
We can blame Thompson for that one, I think.
That's fair enough.
The
Good
people wanted the
bash.
high five.
Good bash. He doesn't have Dark Pack. And the silence, they get the deny. Schofield gets the kill. Dude, Whisper is playing him. Look at this guy.
Well, plays pretty damn well. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, that's a pretty high HP Tiny taking down a Pudge there.
He's in
Got him
the
with the
bottle.
combo. And now that's at the 5-minute mark here, too. So, Jarex, can you... I don't think you can contest this guy. He just walks up, sees who's around. Okay, they're both coming. That will contest him. That is for sure. Yeah, Stinger has to try and commit for both bounties at this point.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Tornado, though?
To get it.
He didn't opt for it.
Yeah.
Didn't have the range, I guess. Oh, he wants to
So
kill.
Infamous get 4 bounty runes off of that. That's real nice.
That puts him in the lead.
Yeah. Very well done. Whisper looks like he's going to take a little bit of me time here. And will run into No Tail as he pulls the creep wave back behind the tower, and that should give Ana some free time of his own. Hector going for the Tranquil Boots. That is pretty annoying, but the charge through is coming now, and they're trying to whittle them away a little bit. Eyes focused onto Seb. No points up in Glimpse as of yet. And yeah, looks like they're going to call off that charge. That voice line is insane.
I just don't know where it came from.
No,
Like, who
me
did
either.
that?
I have no idea. We'll have to ask somebody later.
That was actually a player audio from a TI game. Yeah.
Got it. Cinerin's voice changed a lot.
Yeah, I hear it. Jax, I think, is completely fine here. Baiting him in.
Yeah.
Schofield has charge. Should be fine.
Does manage to connect it.
He's
Not enough for
so
a snap.
slow.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. He's just walking away from him for the moment.
Radiant's bottom
The wraparound coming for Whisper now. Still just the 1 point up in the miscoil,
He
but
had
does
3
have
points and a Photic, but
Oh, couldn't quite get it. Yeah, and he does go down. So Thompson gets that kill. DD Rune was popped there as well.
immediately back to the mid lane, too.
So what's the point where you start seeing some Pudge rotations?
Kind of never. I don't know. You don't really rotate that early with this Pudge, I don't think. Like, maybe you TP and stuff for fights like under tower, but unless you like see a good rune, I think you just mostly want to deny your opponent the mid lane.
Okay.
Doesn't work that well with the Tiny, though, as you can see, because he's actually ahead of him in terms of CS, both last hits and denies. Maybe with a couple bracers, we'll see him smoke.
Okay. Just play the Bracer Life.
I like the Shivas on this mid Pudge, too. It's a pretty good game for it as well.
Well, so far so good. It's a little bit less than 1,000 gold lead for Infamous. And I'm not really sure, like, if you compare this to last game, at this point it was almost up to like 20 kills.
Yeah.
It's been much more passive, which is not what I was expecting given the opening that Infamous had of going for the Spirit Breaker into Disruptor.
I would say Spirit Breaker is not that happy with how his game's going.
Yeah. Schofield gets the catch, gonna pull Seb back in. In some trouble there after the glimpse. Whisper will go down, but they find a kill in return. So both offlaners biting the dust.
Yeah, and that's a kill with the ultimate there from Ana, too. So it's not like they can just like try and rotate the Pudge and see if they can punish him or something instead. Mid lane.
They do see that charge coming through. Pull him back in. Bash afterwards, possibly. Chris Luck running away, able to dodge away from that tornado. Does have another hook round if he wants to get it and pull him back in. They're thinking about the very least. Good body blocks coming through as well, but they end up missing on the hook, and well, they will have another Aphotic Shield in a second to try and keep their buddy alive. Schofield goes down, but they do take down the Tiny as well, and Whisper making a lot happen here.
He's coming.
Yeah, he's got himself another miscoil. No tail. Gets
Got
brought down. Well
I
played.
estimate the probability of
Hit him with
winning
the
blue
tips.
ball, 99%.
Meanwhile, top lane, Hector getting chased down by Ana here. We'll be able to take down the Poison Sting in a second. Slowdown coming. And that Venomancer is going to drop. Going for the 0-4-4 build on that Veno.
Probably just thinking about the dispels and everything. Not trying to shove out the waves, really. See if he can hold his towers, too. Doesn't have a Bassi, though. So, not a lot of mana regen to work with in terms of just, like, constant spam of the Plague Words.
Quite find that hook there. Chris Luck just backs away. Stinger gets down D-Ward, but didn't manage to land. He was actually up here on the high
kill
ground.
the ulti? Yep.
He's fine. So, about the 10-minute mark, you can see that top net worth so far is still Hector. Schofield runs through, just going to get a drive, but okay,
what?
they get it. Drive by Bounty. They want to keep eyes on Jerax instead.
Alright, Chris Luck's on the move. He's coming for this kill. He's like, alright guys, now, where's the, there he is.
They got eyes. They got him. Jerax is going to drop. So a little bit more there into the flesh heap, getting the first stack of it for Pudge.
Finally getting things started for himself. They have charge into hook, but Thompson, not a very easy target, especially with the DD rune. Turnaround potential, do beware. Meanwhile, you have Seb and Anna now joined to the hip. They're going to try and stagger this again. No Tail's eyeing it up. I don't know if you can do triple? All right. Anna's like, man, I don't know.
Let's see if we can do
I have
it.
the ult for this.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Don't be
right?
prowlers. Don't be prowlers.
Uh-oh. Good charge through there onto No Tail. The callback as well afterwards, though. And Thompson moving in a position, trying to kill off that Pudge. Tornado lift up with the EMP, chase down. This Pudge is very tanky, though, and there's a nice little stack of Ancients he could try and deny himself to, but doesn't get there in time.
Yeah, not going to make that one. I forgot that they redid all his voice lines, too.
It's a little creepy. I don't know.
It's the demon. It's the no pupils.
Yeah.
It's very demonic. You know, it really makes him look more like a puppet.
It's meant to intimidate the enemies.
Oh, look at Tops with his DD. He's like, who are these for? Me? Okay, cool. Thank you. All right,
That's
Thompson,
nice.
are we going Blink? Oh, yeah, this is a Blink first game. We got a Veno, a Disruptor. Like, we got some food in this one.
Well, speaking of food, in some trouble now. They got themselves Seb as well. Schofield starting to drop down low with Oracle in the area to get the pullback. And now Seb trying to stay alive. The Fate's Edict, so this Rot's not doing the amount of damage that they would have wanted. They take down the Pudge, and the Magnus still a liver as Schofield. They get chased down. He does have the charge available. Could charge through if he wants. And
Oh, nice.
Oh, well played.
That was, yeah, really good stuff there. He couldn't get the range onto the Spear Breaker himself, so just targets Anna instead.
Thompson gets the last hit on the tower. Now empowered with his tree. And OG back on top. A little bit less than 1,000 gold lead. And what is this? What's the Veno's goal in this game? Like, going for this Dragonlance into Hurricane Pike next.
He needed the Dragonlance because he knows he's against a Tiny. He needs more HP so he doesn't get burst down before he can pop his ulti. So he has to be able to threaten Poison Nova so that there's like the charge through and the chase down and they can keep the fight going. Like, the longer a fight lasts, the more damage their team does. So they have a lot of damage over time. And then they have the chase potential of a Spear Breaker and a Disruptor. So the only key thing is you still have to cast your spells. So he requires Dragonlance because of that.
Yeah.
It's also just a really good Hurricane Bite game too because the Force Staff versus the Slark.
Makes his way away from the catch. And they pull back in one. Jarek's actually in some trouble. He's going to go down.
Did he? He must not hit Ghostwalk, did he? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he could have at least tried to waste detection.
Meantime, they don't manage to get that hook back in to save the life of the Disruptor.
Yeah, they put Ascension in anyway. Okay, well, he got the waste.
I'm still just worried about this looming threat of a Slark in the late game. And I don't feel like Anna has really been addressed at all so far. I mean, he's died twice, but, you know, it's a scary hero if left to his own devices, particularly with the mag empowering him.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
But what do you think is the consensus so far on this this Pudge mid that we've been seeing so far?
I think they had a really good counter pick in the Tiny. It basically took away a lot of the advantage you're supposed to gain out of this mid Pudge. So I think that kind of ruined it for them.
Stinger, he runs back in. Thompson jumps in on him, and Anna can't quite get it. The hook pulls back another. Whisper going to throw down the Aphotic Shield, bringing down No Tail, but he gets the ulti off on himself. Now the Hector poison is going to start to be spread. Still no points up in ulti at all. On the Veno, the pullback through in the RP. Seb finds another kill. They catch onto the Pudge, who just respawned. Give this man away.
Oh,
And
nice.
he will get the deny at least, but that is going to be ostensibly a 4 for 2. OG heavily into the favor off that one.
And that was with a nice hook from Chris Luck, right? Where like you can't rely on hook even when this hero's a core, right? You're essentially playing him because he's super tanky, and he has a good like lockdown through BKB and stuff. And the hook is almost like a bonus. But he manages to hit a really good one there under no tail, and it's still not enough to win that engagement for the side of Infamous. So rough stuff here, as that's 527 gold from that fight for the Slark. That's Yasha and Defusal almost done. Very close to Defusal.
And I feel like I've seen so many of these games, right, where you're playing on Slark and you're already getting a little bit of a lead, 11 permanent agi on him. But then more so than that is the vision advantage and the constriction of the map that you just feel. Particularly when you have Jerax that can just run around like this and potentially force out quick kills. They're looking. Thompson finds one. They get the disruptor. He is going to die. And now Whisper in the area as well. Tornado's still available. The silence is there, though, onto this Invoker.
There's no damage.
They can't bring him down. Whisper's all alone. The rest of his team is off on the other side of the freaking map. And well, if the ulti wears off, they're going to bring it down the Abaddon. But he manages to get the deny.
Oh, okay.
All right, he did it.
Pudge and Abba. A little frustrating.
Looks like Hector is going to be going back for a Silver Edge afterwards.
Silver Edge, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of nifty against Slark. If he's like trading hits, then he stops getting Ness and Shift at least.
Kind of.
Alright, Echo Saber. See a hook pass by.
And will he just grab Aghanims next?
Maybe.
One would assume.
No tails in the pit. Spot out Jerax, couldn't get his spell off, but Thompson with the avalanche toss onto 2. Seb skewers down, RPs onto 2 afterwards. All of Infamous falling apart now as they're going to have to buy back on that Spirit Breaker and try and get into this fight, if at all possible. At least for the moment, Abba and Ana just building up all of these stacks. They interrupt the charge, and Ana pops the ultimate, chases forward for Hector. The DOT is not going to do a thing as they find Skullfield and OG just styling and stomping on
away.
Infamous.
Runaway train. They want one more here as Whisper's doing the dance.
And he's doing what he can, but it is not enough. Ana dominating. Oh, man. And OG have something to say about it.
Yeah, they always do. Right? That's why they keep doing so many documentaries.
That's true. Well, Jerax, maybe a bit too far forward. He gets punished. And they're actually going to get the glimpse back to keep a little bit of semblance of control over this, but it's all for nothing. There's 4 still in the grave, and this tier 3 tower is about to go down.
You gotta wonder, can they do it in time, though? Those predictions out there.
Oh, that's a good
point. They want the sub 20 minute.
That's a good point.
OG, they got it in their compendium. They're racing for it. They're like, guys, we need this Rax.
I mean, to be honest,
oh, here comes Big Hook. Chris Luck. Oh, no.
They want to find it. Whisper's not careful. He's pretty far
All
forward.
right, here we go.
Still
Chris Luck, Big Hook.
Still got the heal.
Oh, my carry. What a save by Seb. Puts the body in there. Easily skewers out.
Oh, he tried to pounce away, though, and he's in trouble now. Muted. Trying to
Bounced
run out
out
of there. But he's going to be okay. The Fate's Edict keeps him fine. Chase forward. Tornado lift up the EMP. It's going to be pretty big on a Stinger. They take him down. That's going to be Spirit Breaker dead. And even though they have some amount of control over Invoker, it's not nearly enough. The deny, the smallest semblance of a win.
40 seconds. Get that lane going again, mid lane, guys.
Trent, I hate to break it to you. It ain't gonna happen. Oh! Oh my God! GG!
Dude, Infamous, they got it. They got their compendiums.
The ultimate caster curse.
They got the 20 minutes. Trent, it's not gonna happen.
Trent, it's not gonna happen, man.
All right, now I just need no one to not GG.